So you decided to working holiday visa, which I also did.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
No!
no! Hi, 大家好，我是凯西。
嗨，大家好，我是朱莉。
好久不见。Welcome back to K&J 聊天室 third round. We'll just do one video a year from now on.
So like very randomly, I will appear again.
Since it's been like about a year since you moved to Taiwan, I thought we could like talk about whether you've enjoyed living in Taiwan this time, some of the differences between like living here and like working versus before when you were like more like here. Were you a student before or?
I did everything in Taiwan.
Okay, so I have some questions about your life.
Okay.
Before we get into like right now, I thought we could tell people who haven't seen you before a little bit about you. Me and Julie like kind of started our YouTube channels together.
Yeah.
When we first met, you were studying Chinese.
Exactly.
It was how many years ago?
7
years ago.
probably.
Okay.
So I was actually doing Chinese studies in France. So my bachelor is Chinese language and culture. And after that, I decided if I really want to prove or improve my Chinese skill, I need to go to a Chinese-speaking country. Plus, I always had a link to Taiwan.
Yeah.
Since a long time ago, as I was like writing letters to Taiwanese friends.
Oh, like pen pals?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
And I watched a lot of Taiwanese drama too. So I applied for the scholarship here.
Of course. We have very similar stories.
Yeah. And I got accepted for 9 months. After that 9 months, so I met Kelsi.
Yeah.
During that 9
At
months.
the very end, I was happy when you said you were going to come back.
Yeah.
And you decided to do a working holiday visa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the
Oh.
lenses.
No. I saw him before. What a dick. So you decided to working holiday visa, which I also did.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
No!
I thought that the working holiday visa was like a lot different than I imagined.
Well, I think most of the people here do not understand how practical a working holiday visa is. And usually they just don't use you.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, 太麻烦了.
Yeah.
I think I applied for 1,000 jobs.
I got so desperate. I applied at this really weird restaurant. I applied at a vampire themed restaurant.
Okay.
Yes. Because it was like around Halloween. And I was like, I look like a vampire. I almost got the position, but they were also like very confused by this visa.
Overall, I think I did 4 jobs.
Okay. They were all
in a
short
year.
term.
They're short term. I did work for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, that was the cool.
That's the only thing I think it was cool during my working holiday visa. I got really, really lucky.
After that, you went back to France.
Yeah.
'Cause you couldn't find a job.
I was like, okay, so if I want to find an actual job, if I come back to Taiwan, I need to get a master's degree in something a little bit more technical. So I decided to go to a tourism degree.
Okay.
The best choice ever!
Is that technical?
I just used 104 again and applied for jobs and got an answer back. A positive answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I did come back. I'm a French teacher, and at the same time, I'm doing their YouTube channel too.
Yeah. Learning French. You
Yeah.
can go watch their videos.
Watch 法文邂逅.
Yeah. So now you've been in Taiwan for a year.
Yes.
And like, how is it? What do you think of like social life and also like work-life balance?
Social life in France before COVID was still kind of difficult. My mom's place is not in the center city, so it's kind of difficult to meet anyone.
Yeah.
Everything is like, it's not 方便
Yeah.
to move around.
Yeah.
First, it's kind of expensive, and second is it's not easy to move around. Not like
Everything's not like as connected as in Taiwan, right? Like that's like
for that.
one of the best things about Taiwan, I think.
Being
The
able to move
transportation,
around.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
being able to travel more easily, and then work-life balance.
Yeah.
I think like the average person would probably think like Asian countries in general, the work load is a little heavier and like you're kind of expected to work like longer hours sometimes.
Yeah. It's definitely much more than France.
Yeah.
Like, our regulation about work in France is crazy.
What's the hours?
We
for-
work 35 hours per week.
Wow.
Though I know some companies really like to Japan a lot.
It
happens.
in France or
Yeah,
in France?
in
Yeah.
France too.
I guess if you only have 6 hours a day to finish everything, it is pretty.
The thing
tight,
is, yeah,
right?
like they want
Yeah.
people to do the most work in a very low amount of time. But here it's kind of like, I feel, not in my company, but I saw that before.
Yeah.
Like people know they have to Japan, so
Yeah.
they don't work during
Yeah.
their like the actual time, and they do work during the Japan.
I've seen that too. I
Yeah.
did have coworkers before that I saw that always like Japan, and like I felt like it's because they wanted the extra money. So she would like be lazy all day, and then she'd be like, "I'm staying," and then like order dinner and stuff while
Okay.
there. Yeah. So I don't know. I would rather just go home.
I feel like work and social life balance is not as complicated as I would think so.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly because my colleague lives next door
Okay. Yeah.
and we usually do things together.
Speaking of your apartment, very cute. I like
It's here.
it. Yeah, it's here. In the past, you weren't here for like quite as long.
Yeah, I didn't stay for that long, so my standard was not that high either.
That's true. It didn't really matter as much, right?
Yeah, I grew up too. I
Yeah.
got older.
Yeah.
And I really hope I can stay in Taiwan the most years I could. If not forever, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So I think like I want to live in a nice environment where I would feel good.
Yeah.
So I really try to find this kind of place to live.
Yeah.
But the thing is, wow,
It's hard to find a place. Yeah. Especially because like you're working in Taipei, so it's like so hard to find an affordable place.
Like if I really want to reach all the things I want, I will need like 2万 or 2万5.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't put that much money.
No. Okay, because I always like really enjoy looking for apartments.
I don't know why.
I think it's so fun. The fun part is like researching to me, like looking at all the apartment photos. But like I don't have to call the landlord because I just make Lewis do that. So like
I hate contacting the landlords.
they're so, oh my god, like because we have cats.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd call the landlord and be like, "Hi, is this place available still?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Also, we have a cat." And they'd be like, "Did." Yeah, but when you're looking at the places, I think it's kind of fun. And then when you go there, it's always a surprise whether they actually look like that.
Pictures.
The pictures can be from like 10 years ago sometimes, right?
Yeah, or they just put it very white.
Yeah.
And it's actually not white.
Or they Photoshop like a
Yes.
different thing into the window. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Like, are there any cultural differences that like stand out to you between France and Taiwan for apartments?
I think France is harder. And it's even more difficult in Paris.
Okay.
Which is now the first city in the world for being expensive as hell.
Oh, rent is the highest in the world.
highest
Wow.
in the world.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is second
Wow.
now.
I only got like one apartment in Canada ever. Like before that, I just lived in dormitories. But I feel like it was still kind of hard to find a good place there. Also, it's kind of like hit and miss for the photos that you see online.
Okay.
Like I went to one place and like I knew it was like kind of a sketchy neighborhood, but I was like, but it's so cheap. The realtor guy that was like showing me it was like, I might get abducted.
Oh my kidneys.
No, he
gone.
like, led me down this like marijuana smelling hallway, and I'm just like, okay, like call my friend. I'm at this address.
If I don't
come
reply.
back. And then at the end, like he was like, "Do you need a ride home?" I was like, "No."
Oh my god. Makes me remember when I was here for a working holiday visa, I was searching for a place to stay, and there was this place in Xizang, and the landlord, a woman, came on a scooter. She drove me there, so we walked up, we went to the apartment, and she knocked on the door. I was like,
Why do you have to knock?
yeah. 她就说，因为有时候我的儿子很喜欢睡在那里，有时候他喝醉就会睡在那里。我说， Imagine living there and suddenly he opens the door and he's in your bed.
Okay, last thing I wanted to ask. Are you glad overall that you came to Taiwan this time? Is it like the Taiwanese dream that you're imagining?
My vision of Taiwan matured a lot. I'm much more objective on Taiwan than what I used to be. I have the life I thought I would have. I'm very happy with my life in Taiwan. The only thing is like I really hope I could see my family at some point. My dream for now is to be able to get my family here and show them how great Taiwan is.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, the first time I came here, they were against me going so far away.
Yeah.
I think you can understand like having your child so far for so long.
Yeah.
And this time, my mom pushed me to go to Taiwan, and it was kind of emotional.
Yeah.
So I really want her to come here.
Yeah.
And
Is it 'cause,
see-
like she knew that you wanted to come here so badly?
And she knew that I would be much more happier here. So I really want her to come here and see why I would want to come back all the time here.
Thanks for
thank you.
letting me talk to you in the video.
No, next time, don't talk to me.
谢谢你们收看今天的影片，记得按赞、留言还有订阅，下次见，拜拜。